Hello guys and welcome to the video. In today's video we're going to be doing Jurassic World Evolution 2 Dominion DLC, all skins and new dinosaurs review. There's 12 different skins, variants and new dinosaurs, and we'll get straight into it. So this is my ranking. It's purely subjective. If your opinion is different, write it in the comments. I guess there's not much else you can do. So without further ado, this is 12. Now, obviously, the main problem with the Rexy 2 2022 skin is it really doesn't change a lot. I like it more than a lot of people seem to be. A lot of people just don't really like it at all. They don't think it's needed. Again, it's not needed. It's nice that it's here, but it's not needed. It really doesn't do that much apart from this kind of like little pattern around the lips. Pretty cool. I like that. It's honestly, I prefer it over the base Rexy and Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom. I don't prefer it over the Jurassic Park version or any of the other ones, but I do quite like this version. And the scarring is also pretty cool. But yeah, obviously it's not insane or anything, so it has to kind of be here. Nothing against it or anything, but I'll shut the fuck up, Claire. I'm going to have to turn off audio because I don't want to hear Claire. I'm not going to do a review on Dominion, if anyone's wondering. I just don't want to get into that right now. The community is very weird about it. So if you hate it, then you're seen as a fake Jurassic Park fan, and if you love it, you're seen as a fake Jurassic Park fan. So you either have to like it but not love it, or don't really care. It's not the funniest thing. I'm not getting involved in any of that drama right now. Anyway, moving on. The 11th. The only reason the Dino ranks higher than the T-Rex is because it does a little bit more. The coloration of the body is a little bit more interesting. The frill's a bit more interesting than just the same thing. I don't love the frill. I wish it did more, like an interesting pattern. Still nice. It's like a nice sunburnt orange, but it's not perfect. And then the body is very dull, but it is different than the Jurassic Park one by a little bit, not by much. I wish they did a bit more with it, but at the same time, I'm surprised we even got the Dino 2022 variant. So, we'll take what we can get, I guess. Anyway, number 10 is Parasaur. Guess what variant? Now, Parasaur has got 3 skins in this DLC. This is my least favourite one. Now, it's nothing to do with the model. The model stays the same for the other two, and it works great. It's a really cool model. It's my favourite Parasaur design. But I think overall, the other two, I prefer this striping pattern. This one's nice, but it does feel like the Biosyn's first attempt at making a para. So it kind of has that signature look of a para in terms of the stripe, but the model's the same. And then over time it got better and better until it got the blue striped one. Anyway, it's all right. There's nothing really to complain about. It's just there, Now moving on. The next one is. Now this is the reason why it's this low. I do feel bad for putting it this low because it's a really nice model, But the problem with the Dreadnought variant, and the problem with variants in general in this game, is unfortunately they never get the ability to put like other like Papu Run patterns or whatever, and like the base like game skins, and so it can help a dinosaur massively. For instance, Dreadnoughtus' base skin, base model, I really don't like. I think it looks stupid. But this one instantly makes the Dreadnoughtus much better. But it could be so much better because if you could like mix and match skins, to be fair, it's not a bad skin. This one, it's actually a pretty nice skin, but it could be better, But I think we're going to focus on the actual model, and it's a great model. I feel bad putting it this low, but this DLC has real good quality. If anyone's, I'm not gonna sum this up at the end of the video. I'm just gonna say it now. If you're wondering, yes, the Dominion DLC is worth your money. I haven't played through all of the campaign yet, but I would say yeah, the Dominion DLC is worth your money if you're wondering. There's a few bugs with the Farah in particular I've had, but there'll be bugs that will be patched pretty soon, so I wouldn't worry too much. Now, moving on, the last T-Rex skin. I'm assuming some people can guess what this is. Now, the main problem I have with this T-Rex skin is not to do with the fact that it has feathers. I think that's a cool idea, and I was really hoping the 65 million year skin would get added to the game. And it's the only one from the prologue that got added to the game, weirdly enough. Because Dreadnoughtus, that skin is in the movie, it's not just in the prologue. Which I thought it was just going to be in the prologue, which is nice. The problem with this skin is I don't think the feathers work. I'm just going to hop into capture mode quickly so you can see a little better. But I just don't really like the feathers. I mean, the feathers in this game, if you like looking too close, they look awful. They look great when you see them far away, except on this one though. I really don't like the feathering. It looks a bit lazily rushed. I don't know. It's actually it looks good from a further distance, but as you get closer, it just looks worse and worse. And I'm the thing I'm really not a fan of with the Jurassic World feather kind of like style is the underbelly is always completely like bare, which is not. It just doesn't look as good as I think it could if it went for a bit more feathering. Like you can leave some bits bare, like maybe the like head, because that makes a lot of sense. But like it's just a bit weird. But I'm not going to complain too much. I know a lot of people really like this skin, so I'm sorry for putting it there slow, but I don't know, man. It's just I don't love it as much as everyone else seems to. Anyway, moving on. Try to guess which Parasaur skin this is. You will be surprised. So yes, the blue Parasaur skin is not my favorite Parasaur skin. I can't really say why it's not because I don't really know. I'll show you the other one in a moment. But it's not. I'm not trying to say that this is a bad skin. It is incredible skin. The other one, I don't know what it has, but something pulls me to it. But this skin is still incredible. It's really nice blue with this kind of like nice brown. The Para definitely had possibly my favorite remodel out of every other thing that got remodeled in this game. Definitely. Because I do prefer the normal Giga over the Dominion Giga, but I still love the Dominion Giga. But I think out of all the remodels, I think this one works the best. In fact, I would go as far as to say I think it is leagues above the Jurassic Park Parasaur design, and I'm very impressed with how they've managed to pull it off. Genuinely, it's great. Now, yeah, so I'll explain now why this one is higher than the blue one. Now, if anyone's been watching this channel, you know I really like these vibrant skins. But I don't know what it is, but something draws me to this really kind of like subtle white panning. And I'm not usually saying I like white stripes. It usually doesn't work for me. But I don't know what, something about this skin is just so nice to look at. I don't know. It's very subtle. I know it, and it's not like an insane skin. But I really like this skin. I can't explain why I prefer it over this one. I feel like I should prefer this one, but something draws me to this one more. It's just my personal opinion again. If you prefer the blue one, that is fine. Anyway, moving on. The first new creature. Sorry, not dinosaur. Now, the reason why Pyroraptor is quite low on this list is for one reason. It's nothing to do with Frontier. They did a great job bringing it into the game. The problem is that I'm not crazy on the Pyroraptor's head. And there's a couple reasons why. One, I think it just looks like a squashed down raptor head, which I think is really to the detriment of it. It has the same kind of like eyes as well. But the second reason is it just doesn't work. I don't know quite what. It's a very ugly head. It doesn't really work with the rest of the skin. I think if you like put a normal head, it would work much better. It again has the problem where the underbelly isn't feathered, which is just bugging me about the Dominion stuff right now. Apart from that, the feathers look great. Genuinely, I really like the white on the feathers. I really am not a fan of the 2022 skin. If I'm being completely honest with you, I prefer the skins you can create in Jurassic Evolution 2 so much more over the skin. But it's alright, you know. It's a new dinosaur. I might like it more or I might like it less later on, who knows. Now, moving on, the Giga. What? Excuse me? What's blocking it? What's blocking the exit? Excuse me? Um, what? Okay, so I think we've just encountered a bug. So, I've never seen this bug before. I think the only time I saw it was when I watched a game review video, and it had like a Dryosaur got stuck in the incubator. That's the only time. I'm gonna put this on free speed. There. Right. We'll ignore that ever happened. Alright. The Giga. Now, the Giga is the highest non-new dinosaur or slash creature, sorry. Now, the only reason why this one's higher is because I just think inherently it looks really good. I really like how, by the way, I've just noticed this now. One of the teeth is like blunt because of like, I assume like battle or it just lost it over time, which is actually a really cool feature. I had no idea was in this game. Um, it's obviously not a feature. It's a cool detail I've never seen before. Because even like the Rexy in Jurassic World Evolution, I think in the original game, it had one of its tooth missing, which is actually because the animatronic in the original Jurassic Park lost one of its teeth while it was doing the head smash into the roof of the Jurassic Park vehicle, which is really cool little detail there. But anyway, it's a good skin. It's a really cool like design. The only thing holding it back is you can't like mix and match skins because there'd be so many cool things you could do with the skin if you could do that, and unfortunately you can't. But it still doesn't take away from the fact that it's a really cool skin. So yeah. Oh my god. Okay, this one I can sort of see. The Rex is there, but come on, Farah, don't let me down. Come on, Farah. Farah. So yeah, Oh, there we go, right. So that's some of the bugs I was talking about. The Ferra seems to have the worst of it. I have had the Ferra be very annoyingly blocked, but I've never had it with any other dinosaur. I know that contradicts what I said about the Giga, but I completely forgot I had a bug with him, the Ferra, until I realised what just happened. So the thing is with the Ferra, why I don't like it as much as, you know, the next two, is because I think the kind of effect of having a Ferra in the game has worn off on me now. I don't think the animations are as good as they could be. Um, and I think the feathering isn't quite good. I think on the body the feather works great. It's on the head I don't think it works. The beak looks a little weird, and apart from that though, everything else works really well. And once the bugs get fixed, it might even go higher for me. But currently that's where it stands. Anyway, now number two, I want you to guess for 5 seconds. Look, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what you guessed. If you guessed Quetzalcoatlus at number 2, you'd be correct. Now I know this pterosaur has been disappointing a lot of people, and I can understand why. It's not quite what everyone was hoping for. It's as big as it should be, definitely. If not, I'm surprised it isn't smaller. Considering the next biggest one is like maybe the chest in like complete size. Um, the kill animation for this and the human like a human is really cool. The Ornithomimids kill animation with this guy is really cool. The Homalocephale one is cool as well. It's I think the thing holding it back is the fact that it just it just kind of flies. That's the unfortunate bit. It doesn't really like walk on land, which is what the Star Kids. I don't know about anyone else, but I was really hoping it would be able to walk on land, like how they have like the elbows bend and then like perfectly walk on land fine. That's what I was hoping for, and that's the only reason it really gets held back. And I love the number one a bit more. Now, assuming you guys know what's in Dominion, you will hopefully know what this is. But if you don't, you're about to find out. Now, the reason why this is higher than everything else that's came before it, there's one simple reason. I personally, as much as getting like marine and flying is awesome, I have always personally wanted, number one, something on land that isn't dinosaurs. And Dimensional is the first thing that isn't a dinosaur that walks on land in this game. And it works surprisingly really well with this game. I think it, right now, I think it stands out in a bad way, necessarily, in terms of like there's nothing really around that's like it, which I think could be improved. Anyway, that's today's video. If you liked, thank you. If you like, subscribe, comment, and have